Hey, raindrops. Yes. So, look, I am at an undisclosed location because I have a lot going on, child. So, I'm not in my office, but the gag is I'm sitting here, anticipated, talking to the talk of the town, which is look, I don't know how to introduce her. I'm just going to say she is labeled as the Beyonce of Jackson. Sorry, Latrice. Give it up, baby, for Selena.
Hello, Carlos. How are you doing? Hello,
I'm good.
everyone.
Well, listen, the raindrops want to say hi to you too, but I also need to ask you this first, baby. Is that the leopard dress you wore at the event? Tonight's
It's
episode.
fashion dress. Okay. It's fashion dress. That's what SoGucci call it. So yes, in honor of Bell Collective.
This is going to be a hoot. All right. So, what we saw tonight's episode, Selena, is the continuation of you and So Gucci just getting into it. So, I had So Gucci in my podcast last week, and we'll get into that later, but I want to give you the floor. Explain to me, Selena, in your words, what happened the moment you saw Shantae, so Gucci, Sophia. She got a lot of elegance, child. But explain to me in
I
your
call.
words, what was it that happened to where it went left and the glass went left and the wigs went left and then the party went left, child?
Okay, Carlos. First of all, you already know from the show, I've always tried to speak to this lady, and I'm trying to get going too fast, honey. My mind be going. It's so much I want to say,
Say
but
it.
in that present moment, all I wanted was a high. It could have been a high and a bye. My daughter's there. Like, why are you disrespecting me? If you're trying to have, a family to have some peace, and you always tell myself it's two steps back, so three. All of this BS is bull. I promise you, it really is. It's an act. It really is. But in that present moment, Carlos, I'm listening to her say, I'm going to throw this drink in its face. If you rewind the clip, you will hear it. I hear everything. I don't need no hearing aid, honey. I hear everything. Please rewind the clip. So she was like, I'm going to throw this drink in that bitch face. This is right after I mentioned JJ. So those are fighting words to me. But I'm going to get you first before you get me. Okay. So if you, Carlos, tell the truth. If it's you and somebody else standing there, y'all have the same thing in your hand, and you hear another person say they're about to do something to you, what you gonna do? You gonna just sit there and just wait till they do it to you? No, I'm gonna get you first. I'm listening to what you said. She said it, but I did it. And I'm not a violent person. I'm not a violent person at all. I'm the sweetest person you will probably ever meet. Honey, I be taking care of cats, dogs, and everything. But I promise you, don't play in my face. That's what we not gonna do. And that's
So
it.
you're alleging that you heard Shantae slash Sophia slash Soguchi say that she was going to throw a drink in your face. And what you wanted to do was to be somebody to get her first because you heard this. Is that the reason why you felt the need to? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's not allegedly. I heard her. It's not alleged. It's not one of those. It's not allegedly. If you play that clip back, you can hear it. She say it. It's not a. It's on the clip.
Well, honey, I'm
It's
about to do my due diligence, child. Okay. Okay. So,
rewind, slow it down, or whatever you got to do. She said it.
not slow it down. Okay.
You could give me honey. No, no, it's no. And then you want to try to belittle me, girl? Bye.
So when she called you an extra, you really had this reverse reaction in terms of First of all, that was a real life gag moment. You gagged, because it's like extra, bitch. I was on TV before you. That's what you said. When she called you extra, real talk, did you feel like in that moment, oh, she think she's better than me because she's finally on TV after I've been doing it for X amount of years?
Exactly. That's exactly how I felt. I felt like, because the cameras were there, you want to try to belittle me. You want to try to embarrass me. And that didn't sit right with me whatsoever. Period. In that present moment, wasn't no cameraman there, Tamara wasn't there, none of the bells was there. It was just me and you. I forgot the cameras were there. I've been hearing people talking about, oh, she wanted a moment. All I wanted was a hello. It could have been a hi and a bye. That's it.
Explain to me the backstory between you and SoGucci. So on this podcast, Selena, I'm not sure if you saw it or your millions of fans sent it to you, child, because they've been adding me on the Twitter and the Instagram and the TikTok. But on this podcast,
I'm sorry, just hold that thought. When I tell you, Carlos, I absolutely love my fans. They are ride or die. Like that's really what keeps me going. My fans. I really don't even have to say nothing, honey, about all her lies. My fans see through her lies. And thank you. I love you. Okay, continue on.
What are your fans called? What's their name?
Honey, I'm gonna have to call them some Selena-ators or something. I'm a Scorpio, and that day my stinger did come out.
Are you an October Scorpio or November?
November.
You're dangerous. Okay.
I can be. I really can.
Okay, child. Now I'm really afraid of you. Okay, now look. Explain to me the backstory because on the podcast last week, Sophia / Shantae / SoGucci said that she raised your kids. She did their hair and she was there for them. When you heard her say that, is there any truth to it?
Carlos, and I'm gonna put some on my YouTube page because I have receipts, honey. I come with receipts. I got pictures of my girls here at my house. How am I gonna be an absent parent? And then you say I show up when Bring It cameras come. Girl, you're lying. Your daughter done stayed at my house before. Okay. I don't have your daughter at my house. I don't cook for your daughter. I don't help dress your daughter when we was at JJ's cousin's house. And I'm very nurturing. Okay. I am. Your daughter is sitting there telling me, I wish you can be my mom. I wish you was my mom. I am not lying. She did. That little girl told me that they was younger. The girls was in the bathroom. I was dressing the girls, they was going swimming, putting their little bathing suits on, make sure everything is intact and everything. I guess she was in the front room sitting down. And this child was like, I wish you was my mom. I have no reason to lie. And I put that on all my angels up above. The God honest truth. Those are facts. And then you talking about, honey, you was at Sanjay's Sweet 16. I got pictures of that too. You act like I just been gone. JJ and I both, the girls were with me. I'm sorry. The girls were with me at first, and they went to school here in Jackson. Then JJ and I both collectively decided it would be better if they go to school in Clinton. We decided that together. So if you're at his house and they're in school in Clinton, of course, because you're trying to get a man. Remember, you're the one who said you neglected your own child for a man. It wasn't for my kids. You're going to do anything and everything you can to keep this man. I've always been in my kids' life. Who registered them for school every year? Who do school shopping? JJ, he do school shopping too. When we went up to the school, the teachers know me. They was like, we know mom, dad, this is our first time meeting you. I was always involved, honey, always. Who did the school projects? Who took them to the doctor? Who did all of that? Unless I got a clone.
Not a clone child.
I promise to God, if y'all believe what this lady's saying, whoever believe her, I feel sorry for you because you can be easily manipulated.
So, Selena, answer this for me. What was your relationship like when SoGucci came into the picture? When SoGucci came in the picture, were you and JJ still married, like legally? And was Bring It a part of your lives at that moment?
No, when she came into JJ's life, no, we knew nothing about Bring It. The girls wasn't even on the dancing house at the time. How I found out about her was my mom. JJ used to call my mom just about every day, and my mom was like, he has a girlfriend named Shantae. Girl, baby, the names be confusing me. Shantae, and I was like, great. I was happy he found him somebody.
Were y'all
I was
were y'all legally married when you found this out?
the whole time we filmed Bring It, we was legally married the whole time. Towards the end is when we got divorced. Okay, right, really right before they got married. I am the one who signed the papers, and I think, and I got that too. I got receipts. I think there was 2004 or 2006. I think 2000. I got my phone right. I think 2006. But I filed. He never signed the papers, so I'm just assuming maybe she was. Oh, we got to get married. I have no idea. Then all of a sudden, he's talking about, well, let's go ahead and get the divorce after all of these years. So I was like, fine. When we went to go get the divorce, the people was like, this is the friendliest divorce I ever seen. Because I've been wanting a divorce. He was the one holding out.
Why didn't y'all get, why were y'all still married but dating other people, not together? Why didn't y'all get the divorce sooner?
He didn't sign the papers, Carlos. He wouldn't sign the papers. You heard him on the show saying he waited 3 years. He was waiting for me to come back. I mean, that wasn't the first time I left him. You know, I separated myself from him. I wasn't happy. I wasn't. I wasn't happy.
Do you believe that the reason why you never finalized the divorce sooner is because at that time, JJ was still in love with you and wanted you back?
Carlos, like I said, I am the one who signed, who filed for divorce. JJ did not sign the papers. And he never signed the papers, so we just forgot about it. I guess until she just, you know, I'm just assuming they decided to go ahead and get married. Then he decided to go ahead and get the paper signed. So we went to another lawyer. I had my own lawyer, and it was years and years that passed by. So I don't know what he's telling her. Maybe he's telling her he filed for divorce and we got the divorce then. But no, I had filed years and years prior.
When you first met Shantae / Sophia / SoGucci, what was your relationship like when y'all first met?
It really wasn't a relationship. I tried to make it a relationship. I always tried to be respectful. I always tried to be nice to her. She always was just, I don't know. I really didn't, and I'm not even trying to throw shade. I really didn't know the girl could talk because she would just sit there. She would just sit there like a log. Like I'm like, does she talk or what? Like for real. I really didn't. And then when I saw her when we was filming that day, I saw her speaking to one of the producers, like, Carlos, my personality, I'm automatically bubbly. I'm loud. I'm just, you know, I'm a social butterfly. I really didn't know that she can. I promise you, I didn't know she could smile. I am not throwing shade. I promise you, because she would always she would be like a mannequin. She would just like really sit there. Like, I'm so serious, Carlos. I ain't trying, honey. So I was like, okay, she really smiles. She talks, you know, like seriously, I am not lying. I'm not lying. I did, like seriously.
So are you trying to intimate that SoGucci's personality became bubbly the moment she became a belle?
Yes, exactly. I am. Carlos, I have never seen this girl really just like do anything. I really didn't know if she can smile or have any personality or nothing. The only time, no, okay, the only time I saw her have some personality is when we was at JJ's sister house and we was dancing and this and that. But we don't have some drinks, so I don't know if she had to have some drinks to, get, come out her shell or whatever the case may be. But yeah.
But did y'all ever have like any beef? Because I think what we're trying to figure out as the audience, the viewers, is when did this beef between the two of you happen?
Okay, Carlos, my grandmother raised me. Okay. She always taught me when you walk into a room, you speak. Okay. I have spoken to it's kids involved. They was younger then. This has always been a problem. The girls had brought this to their father's attention. I'm like, did this lady not like me? I've never done anything to her. When I see her, I always approach her and talk to her. It's like it's like she has a problem with me. I don't know if she's intimidated. I don't know what the problem is, Carlos. I'm really still trying to figure it out myself. But she has a problem with speaking. Just like you saw my daughter, Star, when she was pregnant. You saw her in the grocery store when she was pregnant last year, and she spoke to you. And you act like she was a stranger. You barely want to speak to my child. And she was like, Mama, I was surprised she did me like that. I was surprised too, because she been doing it to me. Okay, and then at the gender reveal, my daughter's gender reveal, okay, Sanjay, she really overlooked her. And that's because you had basically ignored Sanjay when y'all was at the house. My children don't like nobody fake. They know the real. They been involved. They see what's going on. They're smart girls. They remember everything.
When Bell Collective first came about, do you feel like the show changed SoGucci and she got an ego out of it?
She always had an ego. Always. People used to send me messages throughout the years. I've never said anything about this lady. Like I said, I was happy her and JJ got together. I was happy she had a daughter. I was like, they can have like a little stepsister or whatever, because my girls, their circle is really, really small. And so when she became a Belle, I think it did. I know it intensified it. Okay. It did. Now she got the big head because you already said you was in the background of bringing. I'm not Lifetime Network. I'm not a producer. I'm not a cameraman. And since you said I showed up when the camera showed up, why JJ didn't pick you since I was gone, since I was in the streets? You know what I'm saying? Because we did have an aunt on the show. Her mom wasn't cast. Her aunt was, because that's who the person was in her life. So if you was in my daughter's life that heavy like you claim, then you should have been cast, not me. The mom you say was that abandoned her children, which is a lie. I was there when my daughter went through boot camp before Bring It. I was there when we had meetings. When Diana gave us that paper of the uniforms, I was there before Bring It. I had kids at my house. I don't have a child the whole summer. Got pictures the whole summer. So my daughter can learn that style of dance, the Dancing Dolls, because they're an amazing team, of course. So if I have this child here, I only took her home on the weekends to change clothes, get some more clothes. I kept her the whole summer. My kids was here with me. So I don't know where all of this is coming from. It's lies.
When you guys were filming Bring It, you and JJ were legally still married. Because she alleges that when the show was filming, she was there when y'all were filming, but they never focused on her and she was in the background because they wanted to make it seem like you and JJ were this big happy family. Is that true?
We determined that is a lie. Once again, no. Everybody knew that JJ and I were separated. We were still married, but we never ever portrayed like we was married, ever. Period. She's lying. And then when she came to the competitions, she didn't sing like what she's talking about. I was hollering Dee Dee for air, girl. I ain't never seen you holler Dee Dee for air. I ain't never seen you clap for my kids. Period. I ain't never seen you clap for none of those girls out there. So let's keep it real. Okay.
But she was there.
Yeah, she was there. Sitting there on her phone. She'll be on her phone. She'll look up. But I promise you, Carlos, if somebody can find anybody out there, if y'all can find a picture or some footage of her clapping, please send it to me. I ain't never seen her clap for them kids. None of them. I ain't never seen her holler Dee Dee for air, not one time. Now, if I didn't see it, I want somebody to send me the footage. And so I will apologize.
Okay. So getting back to this big altercation you guys had in tonight's episode, was it, because all of us feel like it was this built up tension, but based on what you're saying to me, and tell me if I'm wrong, it seems like from your point of view, you guys were fine. Y'all weren't besties. Right. She would never speak to you. You never knew she could talk, smile, or anything else. When the camera started rolling, you said her ego intensified. And when you were around her, that's when things got crazy because the cameras were there. So based on you coming on Bells this season through Latrice, I'm gonna get to Latrice in a second.
Okay.
Do you think SoGucci felt that Latrice brought you on the show to intimidate her?
I think she believes that Latrice brought me on the show to, I guess, get under her skin or be messy. But Carlos, that is not the case. I've been going to Latrice events. Me and Latrice don't work together and everything. Gucci and we was at Latrice's birthday party together. I walked over there to her. I spoke to her and I didn't know her daughter was standing there. I was like, where my baby at? And she was right there. And I was like, oh my God, I gave her a hug. I always compliment her daughter, always. And so we've been in the same places several times. And then Carlos, let me mention this before I forget. She's talking about we've never had that many words before. You a lie, honey, because at the gender reveal, we had a whole conversation. I'm sitting up here trying to give you pointers for the show. So don't think that I'm jealous. I was happy they was on the show. I'm trying to give you pointers, honey. And then you sitting up here asking me about Akeisha. Because you know me and Akeisha went to school together. She's like, oh, you and Akeisha went to school. You asked me about Akeisha. Honey, we had our conversation probably about 5 to 10 minutes long while you talking we ain't never had this many words. You're a lie. We determined that's another lie. Okay.
Wait, hold on, because you said you gave her pointers like you're the Pointer Sisters. Hold on, Pointer Sister. Hold on, Pointer Sisters. Wait a second, boo. Are you alleging that Sophia / SoGucci / Shantae asked you for pointers in terms of being a reality star?
No, she didn't ask me. I just offered. I was just telling her because I done been there. She didn't ask.
Okay.
But she was asking about Akeisha. But I was just telling her, girl, stay your ground, or what all I said to her. We don't have a whole conversation. And then when y'all had a real meeting after the cameras were gone, y'all, whoo, Carlos, it's so much I want. Carlos, honey, lies. Was that in Vogue? Did in Vogue have a song called Lies?
They did. It was called Lies.
That need to be her theme song. Seriously.
What was she asking you about Akeisha though?
She was just like, it's like Akeisha really like that. What she was just trying to get information about Akeisha. I'm like, me and Akeisha went to school. We was younger. Like I've really been knowing Akeisha the longest. Like we were friends when we were kids. I know all the bells. I used to go, Latrice used to invite me to her brunches and everything. Marie, I know her husband Cedric through one of my friends, went to Cedric's birthday dinner, got a picture of me, Marie, and her husband, Cedric. Been knowing Tamara for, I don't know, over 15 years. I've been knowing Teresa for over 10 years. So I don't know if that's the problem. Oh, I'm gonna have to put that on my YouTube page. I have a video. It was me, Tamara, Mel, and a lot of our friends. We was at an event. SoGucci had to pass by my table. I didn't know she was there. She had to pass by my table. Of course, she didn't speak. The only reason I know she was there because I was recording. I was doing like a little 360, and I saw her, and I still spoke. She spoke. She was sort of bubbly that day. She was, but when because I sent it to different friends because we're all in the video. But when I pushed pause, I was like, is this girl sitting here like just staring at me? You say you don't pay no attention to me, but you follow me on social media, honey. I ain't never followed you. You and your daughter follow me. So I'm just trying to figure out what chapter you are on. But they'll see. I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna have to play it on my YouTube page. And I'm not throwing shade. These are facts. These are facts, not shade. I ain't talking about the way she dressed. No, I ain't talking about. Honey, and then let me say this, Carlos. How you gonna try to down a TV show you wanted to be a part of? You wanted to be a part of Bring It. You talking about you was in the background. Bring It was based around the kids and Diana. The parents added a little more extra spice to it. Okay.
What?
Next question.
What? Not next question. Okay. What is your relationship like now with JJ? Obviously, after the incident happened between you and SoGucci, what conversations have you and JJ had about that?
Zero. JJ and I used to talk just about every day about the kids. We always had great communication skills. But you know what? Years ago, that stopped. It just stopped. So yeah. So JJ and I, we don't talk. We don't talk at all.
Y'all don't talk at all?
Period. At all. It went from talking just about every day to not talking. Period. At all.
Did y'all not talking start after that incident between you and SoGucci?
It was before this. It was before.
Why was it before? Yeah. What happened?
I'm still trying to figure that out. Also, I don't know. We used to talk every day, about the kids or this or nothing about me and him, but it was always about the kids. At one point it seemed like JJ and I were like best friends. We were always talking. If I was dating somebody, I was like, look, me and my even though he was not my ex, we were still legally married at the time. It was like we talked just about every day. We had kids together and this and that, but no, it stopped. Or maybe it stopped around the time. JJ, he is a strict parent. He's a father, so I understand him being real strict. He has 3 little girls. Me, on the other hand, I'm the parent that you can open up to. I want you to talk to me. You can't have 2 strict parents. That's why I was a teenage mom. My grandmother was old school. She was very, very strict on me. Okay. So she didn't talk to me about the birds and the bees and all of that. So yeah, I got pregnant. And I didn't want that to happen to my girl. So if you can't go to your daddy and talk to him, I want you to be able to come and talk to me. So I think when my girls were filming, they were working seven days a week. 7 days a week. Monday and Tuesday, they would prepare. They get their routines together. Wednesday, I believe the cameras come. Saturday had competition. Sundays, they had the green screen. So they worked their butts off. So they really didn't have a life. So just because I would let my girls have a little freedom, go visit their friend guys. My daughter didn't, she was 18. I think this was Star. She was like, is it weird? I haven't even kissed a boy. I was like, no, and she's 18. I said, no, that's not weird. But I had a special relationship with my girls. I wanted to keep an open communication, relationship with them. And I wanted them to feel comfortable coming to me about any and everything. So maybe that's it, because we had like a little falling out and everything, and he was pissed off that I let my daughter go and see her friend from school. They didn't have time to go no basketball games, no nothing. So yeah. So that caused problems.
How does your daughters feel about SoGucci right now?
They don't really care for her. They don't. And they think I'm the problem. I'm not the problem. How are you going to say you want to like mend this family, but you on Twitter retweeting what somebody said? My daughter baby shower was ghetto, and you retweet it, but then you on camera, you retweet that, okay, that my daughter baby shower was ghetto. But then you're on camera, I want us to be, mend this. I want us to, basically, you want to get along and you want the problems to leave. Lies. Lies, Carlos. I promise you. She gotta be a compulsive liar. You acting one way on TV, your action is not aligning with your words, honey, at all. It's zigzag.
Not zigzag.
We're not in alignment here, period. Saying one thing and you're doing something else. Now let's keep it real.
I love me some Mississippi women, honey.
And then if you try to make peace with everything, you keep throwing shots at me, baby. Every blogger that call you, yes, like, are you so excited, honey? I've been turning them down. You the first one I'll say yes to. Okay. Why you talking about I'm trying to get a moment? I just wanted a hello, hi and bye. I don't have plenty of moments.
No, look, you have a large fan base. And what was so interesting, Selena, because I said this before, I never watched Bring It because obviously, that show isn't for me. It's a family show and I ain't got no kids, child. So I didn't realize, honestly, Selena, how big the show was and how devoted the fans of that show are. And they love some Selena, and you have a lot of great supporters who want to see more of you. And then I learned that you have a fiance.
I do, honey. Check the ring out. I do. He a sexy chocolate. Just yes, I do.
Oh, not gulp. Okay. So what can you tell me about this chocolate man? Is he from Jackson? Does he look like Damond, Tamber's man? Like, tell me some, or Glenn, honey.
Actually, my fiance and Damond are friends. They are friends. When he go out, they hang out together. So yeah, they're friends.
Do you, Tamber, Damond, and your fiance go out on double dates?
No, we don't. No, we've never been out on a double date.
Why not?
I don't know. We just haven't. But yeah, they've been cool and yeah, for quite some time.
Are you in love? Well, you're in love because he's your fiance. So when are you guys about to get married? Is it going to be this year, next year?
I don't know. I got to plan everything. I got to find my dress. I got a lot of planning to do. So I don't know. I haven't like set my date yet. I don't like to rush things because I am a perfectionist. It have to be the right location, the right everything. So he said he done did his part. So now it's up to me, to get everything together.
Now, I'm happy that you found a man. We'll talk about that more later. Ooh, but speaking of men, one of the things that happened this season is the discovery. Well, it was more so last season, but they talked about it some more this season. You and Zaddy used to date or mess around.
Yeah, he was involved. But let me clear this up. It was not 2 weeks after I got married. In 2 weeks, I wasn't thinking about another man. It was actually after I had Sanjay and before I had the twins. And during that period, after I had Sanjay, I really wasn't planning on having any more kids with JJ. At that time, I think I went through a depression. Carlos, let me tell you, the other day I found going through papers. I'm doing because today I think the first day of summer, doing a little late spring cleaning, and I came across a letter that I never gave JJ. Had my feelings, my everything on it. I think it was 18 pages. You know, it was front and back, so it has everything, everything, and the reason why I left him. So yes, during that time that I was with Clifton, JJ and I, that was one of the times I had separated myself from him. And then when Kip and I call him Kip, I'm sorry, I probably changed the name up. Once I call it quits, then I'm like, okay, I want to try to work on my marriage again. At that time, I had been cheated on first, okay? And I hate to put it out there like that, but yes. And at that time, I have been through some things. It's all written. I have been through a lot of stuff, okay? And I'm not trying to say JJ is a bad person or anything like that, but we were young. We was young. My grandmother, she, like I said, you gonna get married, this and that. I ain't running no whole house. I'm like, there's only one guy coming over here. She like, y'all gotta get married. Yeah. My grandma, she didn't play any games, but yeah. So we did. And then after that, after Kippy and I stopped seeing each other, we still remained friends. It's crazy. We still remain friends. We don't even talk about me and him or anything. It's just like, it's weird, but it's sort of like cotton candy. It's just dissolved. It's just sort of like it never happened, but it happened. it and I'm greedy, Carlos. So everything is gonna probably, when I'm trying to compare something, it's probably gonna have something to do with food. That's why I got these big bags.
Okay, I thought you was greedy for other things, Selena.
What? What you trying to say?
This is not an X-rated podcast. Okay, moving on.
Food. I'm a foodie. Love food.
Okay.
No.
I like food too, especially African food. Oh, anyways, so you and Latrice, you guys are very close. Some people think y'all are a little bit too close, like too close. You saw the episode. Akeisha made a comment. How did you feel about that when she sort of intimated some lesbianisms going on, child?
Well, the way Akeisha looked, I promise you, I couldn't help but laugh. She was just like, I really laughed, Carlos. It was hilarious to me. But no, none of that is going on whatsoever. Kippy, Clifton, and Latrice and I, we don't even hang out. Like, I would hang out with Latrice, and if Kippy, of course, he's gonna be at her birthday party. But I'm talking to Latrice. I'm gonna speak to him or whatever. That's my friend. That's just my buddy, and that's it. It's nothing going on.
Okay.
Here.
Well, I'm glad we cleared up a lot of things. I will say this, I'm glad we had this conversation. Thank you. And I do mean this, all jokes aside. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast, because I know you've been asked to do interviews and you turned them down. I'm happy that you said yes to the mess. Me, yes. But I really, I appreciate that so much. And again, I wanted to be able to make sure you had your say in this, because one thing this podcast does, Selena, for all of my shows is I like for everybody to have a voice and not for things to appear to be just one-sided. And I feel like you have a lot. I'm sorry. I feel like you let a lot out that you are able to say and say in your own words and your own point of view. So I appreciate that. And you have a legion of fans, baby, and they want to see you back on TV. So would you ever get back on reality TV?
Well, I think I would. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
it's hilarious. I love it.
Well, I love it. I love you. I really, really enjoyed you. So, Selena, baby, let the world know where they can find you, follow you, support your YouTube channel, and everything else.
Okay. You can follow me on YouTube. It's just Selena Johnson, Selena Johnson, Johnson. Okay. Same with Facebook. Okay. And we have Instagram and Twitter. That's Ms. MZ Hooters, Hooters, vet with a VET, because I was the original Hooter girl. Those Hooters days, I just miss them. I love them. Yes, I miss Hooters days. Miss it.
We
And I
love
just got
it.
Carlos, thank you for having me. And I still got to tell my fans, honey, my little stingers, I love y'all. And that's it. And Carlos, I'm trying to see if we can. I know you got to go, honey, but I'm trying to make sure I got it. Let me see. Talk about getting trees. Yeah. Okay, there. I think, oh, I still got so much, but yes, I enjoyed this, Carlos. I'm going to let you go, and I will see you later, Mr. King.
Love you, Selena, baby. And don't forget Bell Collective every Friday, 8 o'clock, 7 Central on the Open Women Network. See y'all next week. Bye.